All right. Hi, everyone, and welcome to another live. This is going to be my third live. I think I'm going to get to a point where I stop saying, oh, this is my first live, this is my second live, this is my third live, but this is my third live, and today is going to be fun. We're going to have some goodies. We're going to have, and when I say goodies, I mean print. I'm going to be giving away a free print. Hold on. I'm going to have to lotion up. I've had like a really, really, really hectic morning. So let me just lotion up my hands because they're always so ashy and I don't know why. But we don't want the ashiness showing. So welcome if you are just tuning in. I just started the live, so welcome. All right, so in today's live, we're going to be talking about a few things. I'm gonna be giving you an update about the Alaska bear situation. There is an update. We're going to be talking about owls. Kind of like a recap about a video I did about this church that had killed an owl, claiming the owl was a witch. It's not. And we're going to be talking about my favorite Mona monkeys because today I will be giving away a print. Yay to somebody. I'm going to be giving away a print. Excuse me. I feel like I'm being tortured today because again, like I said, I had a really hectic morning. So I was like kind of rushing through. But for some reason, this particular eye keeps tearing up and I don't know why. Oh my goodness. It's so frustrating because I'm like, why are you tearing up? So if you see me tearing up, I'm not crying. I'm just like, it's just like a little burn in my eye for some reason. Oh God, not this one's tearing up. So let's get into it. Welcome. The comments are obviously open. Chat if you want to chat. Go ahead and chat with me. I will be replying to everyone in the chat. If not, we're just gonna kind of jump into it. Welcome. Hi. All right. So let me give you a little update. The Alaska situation, the situation going on in Alaska right now, and it is not good news. It is absolutely not good news. So remember the last stream that I had, we're talking about the bears in Alaska and how the Department of Fish and Game decided that they were going to start shooting the bears from up top. And they were going to start shooting the bears from up top to control them because they're natural predators to another species. And I disagreed with it, obviously, because why are we doing that? It doesn't make any kind of sense. So excuse me through my burning eyes. Shoot. All right. So the update is that not good news. So again, the Wildlife Collective, they posted an update today. And it said, despite over 65,000 petition signatures. So yes, they were able to get over 65,000 signatures saying, please leave the bears alone, which again, I'm not surprised that they were able to get that many signatures. But I almost feel like we're in this era where government bodies don't really care too much what their constituents want or what people are, because usually, before, and I've taken political science, and I know before it used to be like, if you protest or if you guys gather enough about a certain topic, they will act on it. But I've started noticing lately, like, no matter the protest, no matter people signing petitions, like, let's do something about it, they still end up doing what they want to do. And I find that very strange. So it's like, are we in the era of I don't care what you want, we're just gonna do what's in our interest or what we feel like doing? Or are we like in an era of they've kind of discovered that people will conform? That could be it. People will conform to, whatever, like let's test people. Let's see how far we can go and see, what they will accept and what they won't. So if you're watching, I forgot to mention, this is a multi-stream. It's a multi-platform stream. So if you're watching me on Twitch right now, hi. If you're watching me on YouTube, hi. Either way. So yeah, it's a multi-app stream. So I'm streaming on two. I wish I could stop saying so much. I'm streaming onto apps right now. All right, let's go. So again, they were able to get 65,000 signatures and so many comments. I was one of them, and 100 official submissions and a dozen public testimonies saying, "Look, leave these bears alone. The bear control program should not go on." But regardless of that, the Alaska Board of Game voted unanimously, like 6-0. So unanimously meaning every single person on the board voted to keep killing the bears. That is not a good thing, okay? And I am very, very disappointed to hear that. So it just means the aerial gunning, in my opinion, I call it the cowardly gunning. Yes, because that's very cowardly. The cowardly gunning of bears will continue. It will include moms and cubs. So they're going to be killing bear babies in Alaska. If you don't know now, you know. Again, I talked about this in my first stream, actually, my first stream on YouTube. And that's what they're doing in Alaska. They're killing baby cubs or baby bears, cubs. They're just murdering them, and that's what they're doing. And people have kicked against it, and they're not listening. That's not good. So across 40,000 square miles, that's a lot. And just 30 miles from the Katmai National Park. Okay, if I butchered that name, excuse me. One of the most vital bear ecosystems on Earth. Okay, so the program is now expected to remain in place till 2028. So until 2028, who votes for these people? I need to know, like, who puts these people in that position of power to make this decision. If you're one of the people that vote for these people, vote them out. I don't live in Alaska, so obviously I can't vote them out, but I can use my voice. And I'm saying, if you're in Alaska and these people are doing things contrary to what you want as a constituent or as a resident, vote them out. Again, there are some people that do agree with this decision, because I kind of, I wouldn't say got into it. I didn't get into it with anybody, but like, you know how the internet is, you see a comment that really icks you and you're like, ugh. Anyways, so somebody had left a comment. I'm going to read the comment to you, and said, Alaska's fish and game collectively belong to the residents of Alaska. Oh, really? Tell us, yeah, we didn't know that. Yeah, whatever. We will manage them as we see fit. So what they're saying is, oh, this is our bears to kill. It's none of your business. As whoever you are, I don't live in Alaska, so it's none of my business is what this person is saying. Let's just kill the bears. You guys should mind your own business. Mind your California bears. That's what this person is saying. We will manage them as we see fit. When populations are in decline of whatever the bears are predating, I don't know if that's a word. And it's not funny. I shouldn't have laughed, because it is not funny, but predating, which are heavily dependent upon our sustenance, we will control their predators. Now, let me tell you something. The craziest thing about this is you're saying you're going to control Alaskan bears. You're going to control Alaskan bears because, again, it depends on your sustenance, blah, blah, blah. But guess what? Do you want to know the number one killer of wildlife? Should I tell you? Just take a wild guess. Okay? All right, I'm going to go in the chat. Drop a comment. If you know the number one killer of wildlife, the number one problem of wildlife, like if you look at all the wildlife in the entire world, right? The number one killer of wildlife is, guess what? Humans. Humans. That's the number one killer of wildlife. So if we go by this person's logic, let's just take out all the humans. Because guess what? Humans are the number one issue that wildlife have. Habitat loss, climate change. Look at what's going on with the polar bears. People say, oh, there's no such thing as climate change. All you got, like, if you think there's no such thing as climate change, honestly speaking, all you have to do is look at the polar bears. Okay? And look at their situation. That should tell you right there and then that there is such a thing as climate change, because things are shifting, things are moving. And when things move in their habitat, it's either they adapt or they die. And most of the time they die. That's why you see population decreasing. Oh, God, a little butterfly. I'm looking straight at my yard, and there's a little, I get easily distracted in case you don't know, or you just first time joining my lives. The butterfly just flew by. It was so cute. All right. So this person is saying, bear populations are healthy and we will control, and there is zero threat to their population by selectively targeting them in the area until the other species rebounds. Why, as humans, do we just absolutely love to control everything? Like, we literally will change the shape of the earth if we could. So that is the update that I have for you regarding the Alaskan bear situation. It's really irritating. Let's go to something else that's irritating. And my eye's better, by the way. But we're gonna, excuse me, I'm like, I'm gonna put my feet up, get comfortable. So what was I saying? I just distracted myself. All right, so we're going to, let's see. I am not wearing socks. I'm like trying to be careful. Don't let you see my unmanicured feet. Yes, they're not manicured. All right, so we're gonna watch a video. This video, I actually made this video, and you can find it on my YouTube. And it is about this church that had found this owl, and they said this owl was a demon, and they killed the owl. Now, this is one subject that I will always continue talking about. And the reason I will always continue talking about this particular subject is because I feel like it needs to be talked about, right? It's a subject that needs to be talked about like all the time, like all the time. All right, so let's watch the video. And guess what? Oh, before we watch the video, guess what? I am getting the hang of this. Can you tell? Like, I want you to go watch my first live, okay? And then watch this one. Can you tell, like, I'm improving? Like, I actually got the hang of some of these, like, nodules and all these buttons and how to, present my life. Initially today, the live was supposed to be a premiere of my Mono Monkey jungle exploration. But I'm still editing. Actually, I'm done editing. I just need to watch and kind of watch through it to make sure that everything looks good. But that was supposed to be today's, I'm going to try to stop saying so much. That was supposed to be today's live, but I was like, you know what? I already had some topics that I really wanted to talk about. And then the Alaskan bear update came in. So I was like, okay, you know what? This is a good time to give an update. And I will do the premiere tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I don't know what time that is wherever you're watching from, but tomorrow morning, Friday, I will be doing another live. I will eventually have a set live schedule. Okay. I plan on having a set live schedule. So, Tony's going to be on live at this particular time. But because, the nature of my work, I'm always on the road, and, I just never know when a job's going to come in and I have to go shoot. It just makes it a little harder. So what I plan on doing is I am going to block off a time. So maybe let's say, maybe you could suggest, you could go in my comments and suggest what time you think I should do my lives. Maybe twice a week, 3 times a week. I don't mind doing 3 times a week. It's it's a commitment, but I don't mind. 3 times a week, maybe Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. That actually doesn't sound bad. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, maybe 4 p.m. around this time works. 4 p.m., 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time in the mornings, which is better. Let me know. I'm really curious. All right, so let's watch the owl video. Give me 1 second. Like I said, I figured this thing out. Yay me.
Members thought this owl was there to steal their destinies.
Okay, we started from the beginning.
Was murdered all because this church and its members thought this owl was there to steal their destinies.
All right, so before I continue, I'm not condoning violence or anything, but that guy right there, I just joked. It's not even a joke, to be honest. He has a punchable face. Because look, I was just like so angry when I saw this. Like, the whole everything in me wanted to snatch that owl from his hand and just shove him. And again, violence is not the answer, and I'm not condoning violence, but that was how I felt. But let's continue watching. And he does have a punchable face.
You heard me right. They actually really believed this innocent wildlife was there to steal their destiny. This problem is actually pretty rampant in parts of Africa, especially West Africa and Nigeria.
Pause. So let me give you a really interesting, when I first released this video, I had released it on YouTube and then I had shared it on my Instagram. And somebody on my Instagram got upset. They were like, oh, well, because again, I had mentioned that this is a common problem in parts of West Africa and Nigeria. This is where it happened. This is where I'm familiar with it. Now, after I shared the video, other people came and were like, oh my God, in Mexico, this happens a lot too. Oh my God, in this area, this happens a lot too. Okay, now I'm familiar with that. But as of this moment, this video that I saw, that I shared, that I made this particular short about was in West Africa. It was specifically in Nigeria. And anyways, the person got blocked because they were like, oh, you're always talking bad. And I'm like, no. When you call attention to something, like you call attention, like a situation that's happening, let's say something's happening in California and I'm calling attention to it, right? That does not mean I'm bad-mouthing California. That just means something's happening in California that I want people to be aware of. Like we just spoke about Alaska. Does that mean I'm bad-mouthing Alaska? No. This is actually happening in Alaska, and this is what it is. Anyways, let's continue.
Owls are murdered at an alarming rate due to superstitious beliefs that stem from colonization. I mean, the effects of colonization on Africa's wildlife is complete madness. Religion.
So I'm going to elaborate what I meant by that, because people have asked me what I meant by that. And what I meant by that is during colonization, when the missionaries came and all that, they did introduce religion that wasn't authentic to the land. Like in Africa, they already had their own religion, right? So they came in and introduced this new religion. And some of the elements of this new religion kind of painted, I won't get too much into it in this particular stream, but I think we should probably do a stream where I talk about this because it's very important to understand, why some of these things are still happening. So what had happened is they came in and introduced, Christianity or other religions. And for some reason, things that are like owls, for instance, they fly at night. Night is bad. Day is good. Black is bad. White is good. Those kind of connotations, those kind of things became the norm, right? So a lot of people kind of ran with it. So when they see cats, like a black cat, for instance, it's bad. And then movies and pop culture as well contributes to these things, these stereotypes that are not true. You'll see a situation where you see a black cat and you're like, oh my God, bad luck. It's not. Or you see a situation where something is nocturnal and in Africa, a lot of nocturnal creatures get killed because of this, because they think, oh, it's some evil person that just kind of turned into this bird or this civet or this whatever it is, right? And then they end up killing the poor animal. All right, so that's what I meant by the effects of colonization. Again, it's a long discussion, it's a long topic. So let's move on to the video. Keep watching.
Is taken overboard and used to harm nocturnal wildlife like owls and even black cats. They also harm anything that doesn't fit their standard of purity, whatever that is. It is one of the reasons I started Orisha's Owl Project, to shed light on these problems and hopefully educate people that they are just wildlife. They're not stealing your destiny. They're not some grandma from the village. They're not there to cause you harm. They are just living their life. What consequence do you think this church and its members should face? Drop a comment below.
All right. So again, you do have situations where people believe this stuff and they believe that this owl turned into It's a witch. It's a human. And you have situations, I've seen this, where humans are killed because somebody said, oh, that old lady over there was a bird and she turned into a human, and they all believe it. And then they kill her. They start beating her. I have seen this. This is not like hearsay. This is something that I have seen. And I've seen videos of and heard stories about. So these kind of superstitious beliefs, it's a problem. It's a problem because, they just, ignorance is not bliss. You know what I mean? So it's always a good idea to use your voice if you can to shed light on, these things. Like, this is not true. What you're saying is not true. Blah, 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 blah. Anyways, so that is it with the owl situation. Again, if you know somebody that believes in these superstitious beliefs, please tell them stop. Okay. If you're just joining us, welcome. Today we're just vibing. We're talking wildlife. I just gave an update about the Alaskan bear situation. Wasn't good news. We just talked about owls. We're going to talk about Mona monkeys. I'm going to show you a little compilation that I made about Mona monkeys. Okay. They're my favorite monkey. And I can't get enough of them. That's one thing you need to. Let me say, what is Tony's favorite monkey? Mona monkey. What is Tony in love with monkey? What Mona monkey? I love Mona monkey so much. Like, I have a Mona monkey shirt. That's how much I love them. I absolutely love Mona monkeys as much as I love kingfishers. I love kingfishers. I love ravens, kingfishers, owls. Those are my favorite. Favorite birds: kingfisher, owl, ravens. I like all birds, actually. But anyways, so we're going to watch this little compilation. It's so cute. Compilation that I did. Let me show you of the Mona monkey. And please feel free to awe with me because I'm going to be awing the whole time. Like, because that was what I was doing when I was making the video. Oh, wait, you know what? Before, let's just do that. Let's watch it because I'll show you the little gifty gift that I have for you guys. Before we do go, I want to show you another video of ravens. We're talking about ravens. But before I do that, let's watch this video of compilation that I made of Mona monkeys. If you're just joining us, welcome. Hi. Feel free to say hi in the chat. Again, this is going to be my third, and I'm going to keep saying it. This is going to be my third YouTube and my third Twitch now. And if you're watching from Twitch, hello. If you're watching from YouTube, hello, hi. And don't forget to follow because I will be streaming more often and I will be doing some outdoor streams. I am planning to do some collaborations as well. I'm going to be collaborating with some of my wildlife friends, some people that I know, our visions align. Yeah. So I have a friend of mine that I'm talking to right now. And I look forward to that because me and him, he's so much fun. He makes me laugh. So I will be looking forward to spending some time with him and live streaming every week. But I need to figure out, again, because I'm just starting, I'm trying to figure out the softwares and how to stream outdoors and things like that. All right. So my little goofy self. With my little goofy self. All right, so let's see. Where are you? Oh my goodness. I know where it is. All right, let's watch it. So there's no music in this one. In the one that's online, you can see that there's music. But you know what? Let's go back. I'm going to go back and I'm going to tell you about each clip, okay? Let's watch it from the beginning. I'm going to pause it. Hey, hold on. Bruh. Okay. All right. Bruh. Okay. That's the beginning. And that's me, of course. That is me. You're probably wondering how we got here. My obsession with Mona monkeys got us here. All right. So that's me. And this is a little, I think this is a juvenile. This is a juvenile Mona monkey, just judging by the size. And, there were a lot of babies there that day. This one's a juvenile and it just kept looking at me. Look at those. Look at those eyes. Oh my God. Please tell me you have not seen anything cuter than this. Look at those eyes. I'm so in love. And then that's a little juvenile as well, and an adult. And Mona monkeys, like most monkeys, groom a lot. They spend a lot of time grooming themselves, grooming each other, just grooming. And that's like how nice and beautiful their coat is. Let's see. And then that's another dog. That is another juvenile. Oh my goodness, I am in love. Look at the feet on that little bad boy. Like, oh goodness gracious. Yeah, I'm so in love with these. I'll put myself right here so you can see that. Again, look at you. You're so cute. Oh, and there, I wanted to show you guys that. You know, for the longest time, I had not seen Mona monkeys. I've never seen their teeth, like their fangs. So this particular trip, I actually got to see their fangs quite often. I saw like fangs, like, I don't know, a couple of times because they kept yawning. It wasn't fangs like go away. It was like fangs like, oh, I'm tired. So this was a yawn, and you can see look at how big the fangs are. So you know they're meat eaters. They're meat eaters and plant eaters, omnivores. Or God, if I got that right, wrong, that would be so embarrassing. I would be so embarrassed if I got that wrong. All right. So you can see they're meat eaters, but look at the beautiful fangs. Look at that. And they don't bite, as far as I know. But let's continue. Oh, look at the precious baby. Now that's more of a baby, like not quite juvenile, but not quite infant either. It's a little precious, and another precious baby. And this particular, oh, Sheen, I'm gonna go back a little bit. Let's see. I'm gonna pause it at that. Okay, this particular monkey right here, I named him Willie, and Willie is pretty old. Willie lives on the grounds of LCC in Lagos, Nigeria. And if you look at the fingers, look how nicely manicured they look. My cousin was asking me, like, how come their fingers are so perfect? Like, don't their nails grow? But again, monkeys are climbing trees. They're going from branch to branch, and stuff like that. So obviously when they do that, and they groom a lot, their nails are going to be kind of filed down. But look at how perfect. Like, it almost looks like it has on nail polish too, right? Look how perfect the nails are. But yeah, this is an older Mona monkey male, and I called him Willie because he has like one lazy eye and he is so adorable. You're going to see Willie in a second. I'm going to show you Willie in a second. And I spoke to one of the guys that works on the grounds of where I saw Willie. And I was like, how's Willie? Can you just kind of keep an eye on Willie for me? And he's like, okay, but yeah, I really hope that next time I do go out there, let's see, next time I go out there, Willie's still going to be alive, but he was pretty old, but you'll see. Oh, my little cute baby. Oh, look at that juvenile. And did you see that? Oh, I'm going to rewind it again. Let me show you something they do that's pretty cute. Look at that. They actually smell their food before eating it. It's so amazing how animals are so similar to humans. Like, I'll smell my food, like, is it still okay? Before eating it, and they kind of little nitpick at it, like, what's going on? Yeah. All right, so another little juvenile. Look at this, same monkey, and more grooming shots and more scratching shots. And they eat, like I said, they eat meat and fruits. And there's Willie. Willie, bless your heart, Willie. Willie had thinning hair, and one lazy eye, and just a thinning fur, like coat. And he was just kind of chilling. It was, part of me was sad, like, oh, you're old and you're probably not going to live till my next visit. And then part of me was like happy because he has obviously lived a very long life on those grounds. And that's great news. That means they're doing a good job to, make sure the monkeys are taken care of. And I don't have any natural predators there. But yeah, and that's it. And that's our little monkey compilation. So speaking of monkeys, I'm going to be giving away a print today to one of my wonderful viewers. I'm gonna add this to the stage. All right, that's gonna be the print I'm gonna be giving out. It's gonna be of a Mona monkey. So I will be giving. I know that a lot of you like the birds, but I will be giving out a print of the Mona monkey. This is just to show you that I'm very serious. This is what it looks like. I will sign it so you have let me put myself up here so you can see it. Can you see it up close? Look at that. So that's what it looks like. All right, yeah. So I'm going to be giving that away to one lucky viewer. I haven't quite figured. You know what I'm going to do? I'll go in my comments. That's where I'm going to choose who gets the print. It could be in this particular video, so feel free to drop a comment, and I will announce who the winner is on a week from today. Let's do that to make it fair, because I know not everybody can tune in, when I decide I'm going to stream like a 3 or 2, because we don't have a set timetable. When we do finally have a set timetable, then I'm going to be doing it live. Okay, so just to be fair to everyone else that's not here, this is going to be one of the prints that I will be giving away. It's so cute. It's like a Mona monkey. And I have another print that I wanted to give away. Let me put that here. I know you guys are like fans of Canada geese. Oh, you say it with me. Oh, oh. All right, so I'm going to be giving that away to Canada goose right there. Mm-hmm. All right. So you know what? Give me 1 second. I'm going to show you guys something real quick. Okay. Let's see. All right. So you know what? Forget it. I'll show you guys on the next when we meet up tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. There's one more print I want to show you that is actually pretty cool. This one is of a black crown eye heron. It's a juvenile, because we've seen what the non-juvenile look like in one of my videos. So look at that. Look how awesome that is. So if you want one of those prints, the one I'm giving out for this video is going to be the Mona monkey. Okay. So you say you have one of my artwork, and we do, like, I do talk about like how I made the artwork, like the story behind it. I can tell you the story behind the Mona monkey. Oh wait, hold on, I'm gonna show you one. This is one of my favorites. God, I love it. See, this is one of my favorites. Absolutely favorite. This is you already know what this is if you watch any of my videos. If you have not watched any of my videos, this is the woodland kingfisher, and I did a whole story. I did like a whole YouTube on how I got this shot. It's just amazing that I even have this shot. Like, the fact that I have this shot is so amazing to me, because it was hard. I'm gonna show you one more print. It has nothing to do with anything, but I just love this print so much. Yes, this is one of my peacock prints. Again, if you don't want to wait for me to give it out, I do have a store, TonyPayne.art. You can go on my store and purchase a print if you would love to have one of my prints, artwork for your beautiful home, your beautiful office, or just to gift somebody. And I do have an Etsy store too. Tony Payne is my Etsy store. I think it's Tony Payne or Tony Payne Post Shop. I'm gonna look for it. I'm gonna show it to you. Let's see. It's Tony Payne O Shaw. Okay, OSHA. So that's TONIPAYNE. OSHA. All right, hold on. So I'm gonna play this video for you, and while I play this, I'm gonna pull up my Etsy. Okay, give me 1 second. So let's watch this video. This is a video about how I filmed some ravens and how they have done some pretty incredible.
They're
things.
smart. Squirrels are also.
All right.
So 5 times I have filmed ravens doing raven things like stealing nuts from a squirrel. Yes. If you go to the local park around here where I told you there are like a lot of ravens, they are forever in competition with the squirrels. They're fast, they're smart. Squirrels are also fast and smart. Well, sometimes I question how smart squirrels are actually because they just run into traffic. But ravens for sure are smart. And they will, challenge a squirrel. So this is one of the times that I have filmed ravens challenging a squirrel. So those are 5 times that I have filmed ravens doing raven things. I promise you, ravens are one of the most interesting birds to film. If you sit with them and just watch them for a while. Oh, I'm going to add a little bonus. They do this thing where they're like kind of prancing. So that's another one that I filmed. Like I call it the raven dance. So 5 times I have filmed, this is bonus, prancing, doing a little raven prance. They dance like me because I have no rhythm. Like, all right, that is going to be it. Those are 5 times that I have filmed ravens doing raven things. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to subscribe. If you have not subscribed, do not forget to comment. What was today's word that we learned? Comment below. Today's word that we learned was, I'm not going to repeat it. I'm going to read the comments to see what it was and see who gets it. All right, if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to subscribe, share, like, and all that other good stuff. And if you wish to support me, the best way to support me is to purchase my art, subscribe to my Patreon, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share, tell a friend about it. Be like, hey, there's this crazy lady that just talks about nature, places, and wildlife, and she laughs a lot. And she, and she just giggles. Okay, I almost choked.
All right. It's always so hilarious watching myself. Like, what is wrong with you, girlfriend? All right. Oh, so we're almost at the end of our stream. Oh wait, I did show you guys this one. Let me see. I did show you that already. The black crowned night heron. That's this bird right here. I'll give that print away too. I'm being like print generous because I do want you guys to have my print. So I wanted to show you my Etsy store, and then hold on. I feel like did I miss anything? I didn't miss anything, did I? But yeah, so this is my Etsy store. Hold on. This is what it looks like. I've had a few sales, here and there. And yeah, you can see I have the kingfisher, and I have just all kinds of birds and all kinds of wildlife. My thing is primarily wildlife. I have beddings and stuff like that. I think they're also cool. I have some of these prints in my house as well. So that is what my Etsy store looks like. It's Tony Payne OSHA. Tony Payne OSHA. So that is my Etsy store. I know if you're just joining us, welcome. We've been here for about 39 minutes. Feel free to drop a comment if you want to. If you have any questions for me, feel free to let me know. If not, let's see. I think that's going to be it. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. So tomorrow, don't forget, tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I am going to be doing a preview. We'll watch it together. We'll watch the video together. I'm going to be doing a preview of I call it my Mona Monkey. I forgot what I called it. But anyways, it was me looking for Mona monkeys, and I always look for Mona monkeys. But so that is what we're going to be doing tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Hopefully nothing interrupts my day. Like literally today was so hectic. Like I shoot food as well. Besides my nature and wildlife stuff, I shoot food. I have a business where I shoot food. So I had a food shoot, and my client, I guess, hadn't notified their kitchen that I was coming. So it was just like really, really super hectic for me, because then I got there and I was like, hey. And they're like, what? We didn't know you were coming. And I was like, oh my goodness gracious. Ugh. But then I'm patient, so I kind of waited a little bit and spoke to her. I was like, hey, they don't know I'm coming. What's going on? And then she called and then she rectified it. So, but I was now running behind because, again, I'm not going to do like a little half, with job because they, weren't prepared or whatever. I'm still going to give my best to whatever I do. So it put me behind by like a little hour. That's why I was like rushing. My eye's better now though, from when it was tearing up earlier when we started. My eye is better. So before I forget, on the 24th of this month, that is next week. Actually, that is this time next week, I will be going to Nevada. Oh, I will be in Nevada, and I will be doing a live at the aquarium. Okay, I want to do a live at the aquarium. I will be doing some outdoor lives this Saturday. I want to do a long live, have some guests that we vibe. I need to figure out how that's going to look, where I can be outdoors and be indoors, and you can follow me, because I can sit here and do a live, right? And I'm just sitting here, nothing's getting disconnected. But when I start stepping out, is it going to get disconnected? Is it not? I don't know, so I need to figure out all that. I need to do maybe like a little test live or something. And I need to also figure out my software. Right now, the software that I'm using is great, but I want something that I have more control over. Actually, I really like the software, to be honest. But again, we're going to do aquariums. We're going to do the aquarium in Long Beach. We're going to do whale watching together. I know you're excited about that. I could tell. Like, people are like, oh, wait, when are you doing the whale watching one? I want to join your live. And okay, so here's another thing. I am able to stream on, right now you're watching on Twitch, right? And you're also, if you're watching on Twitch or on YouTube, you're watching from two different places. This live is right now being streamed on YouTube and Twitch. I have the option to add Instagram live, but I chose not to. And the reason I chose not to is because I just kind of felt like my Instagram live, I don't know, my Instagram followers are awesome, but they don't like to engage, and I feel like what makes a live fun or interesting is when we can talk. We're here. We're just here to, vibe. We're vibing together, W Tony. Oh, look, I'm going to be busting out with all the Gen Z slang. W Tony, I have so much aura. Like, I'm not aura farming or anything like that. I have so much aura, yeah. So, yes. My big age, so going to be using Gen Z slang. So yeah, we're not gonna R from. I got WR going on right here. Anyways, so I am debating. I'm gonna do a poll on Instagram. Like, should I do lives? I already know the answer. They probably never gonna respond to my poll. They're just gonna see it and move on. That's what they do to me. I don't get it. Like, my Instagram, they hate me. Anyway. So that's the only reason I'm not doing, like, right now, it's a one click for me to just be on Instagram live right now too. But then I'm like, okay, maybe just don't care and just do it. If you have one person that wants to watch, great. Let them watch. I don't know. Because it's not going to take an extra effort. But it also kind of is, because, you want to make sure that you're engaging with everybody. Like, right now I can see, okay, I'm engaging with people on Twitch. Hi, I'm engaging with people on YouTube. We'll see. And we'll see how it goes. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So I need to figure all those things out, but the live streams are going to be more frequent. I'm not going to give up. I've been wanting to do this for a very long time, but I'm so shy. I am so shy, and I'm just kind of like, do I really want to be doing, what am I going to talk about? So if you're just joining me again, welcome. I see some people just joined. If you're just joining us, welcome. Thanks for joining. If you have not followed yet, please hit that follow button. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Follow on Twitch. My Twitch, if you're watching this from YouTube, my Twitch is twitch.tv/Tony Payne. If you're watching this on Twitch, my YouTube is /Tony Payne or @Tony Payne. So it's just Tony Payne, TONIPAYNE, my name. All right. So tomorrow morning we're going to be watching the premiere of my LCC going to find Mona Monkeys hangout. Hopefully everything will be sorted today and we're good. We're going to watch it together. And we're not going to watch the full video because, again, I still need to upload it on YouTube for people to watch. So we're going to watch it. I'm going to do a little commentary. If you have questions for me, join me. I'll do some Q&As if you have questions. If you don't have questions, like today is kind of like chill. Like the last live were a lot of questions here and there. It was fun. It was engaging. And today's fine too. If you want to just sit here and watch me ramble, that's good. That's fine too. I'm down for that. I am very okay with that. All right. So that is going to be it. I might hop on TikTok live today after this. I'm not sure, for like maybe 10-15 minutes. Just to kind of recap what we've talked about here. But my two main places that I will be on live is going to be YouTube and Twitch for now. If that changes, I will let you know. Okay. And big shout out. I'm going to show you my earrings. Hold on. See, I'm just take it off and show you. Look at my earrings. They're so pretty. Big shout out to Mama K in Lagos, Nigeria. She made this for me right there. Can you see? It's so cute. And she knows I like pink. So big shout out to her. I really love it. It's so pretty. Big shout out to her for the earrings. She likes to make like custom jewelry, or she'll take like, if you give her your jewelry, she'll take it apart and make you something new. It's so, it's fun. So she made that for me and I really appreciate it and I love it. And before I go, I'm going to also start doing some, I know I joked about this recently, the Get Ready With Me. That I was going to start doing Get Ready With Me. I was just kind of joking, like, get ready with me. This isn't like this and that. But I'm actually going to start doing Get Ready With Me. Maybe not Get Ready With Me in the sense of fashion, because that's not my thing. You can tell like I'm very like, chill, frumpy. I don't really dress up much. But Get Ready With Me in terms of like equipment. Like, what do I have in my bag? What am I shooting with today? What am I taking out into the field? And maybe we'll do fit checks. I don't mind doing the fit check, like maybe an airport fit check. Maybe I'm going to go film some Mona Monkeys fit check. I'm going to go film some Duck Geese film check. Fit check. I said film check. Fit check. Fit check. Outfit check. See, this is Gen Z life, man. It's just hard. Like, how do they do it? Like, oh my goodness, so much aura. Yeah, so I will be doing a fit check. It's just, kind of make it fun, but those will be shorts. Maybe TikTok. Okay. And right now I'm doing a challenge on TikTok. How many days is it going to take for me to make my wildlife content go viral? If you have not followed me on TikTok, it's official Tony Payne. Go ahead and follow me on TikTok. How many days will it take for my wildlife content to go viral? Because everybody always says nature and wildlife stuff they're not like, super popular. But I think they are. I've seen viral videos that are not like something shocking. You know what I mean? I don't have to do something shocking for it to be loved. So I will be sharing that on TikTok and YouTube shorts. Those are going to be shorts. And they'll feature clips of a wildlife moment that I filmed. Okay. So that should be fun. I hope I didn't forget anything. I feel like, I've covered everything. If I forgot anything tomorrow, this is the cool thing about lives. It's just being yourself, right? I can just sit back. I can have breakfast. Maybe tomorrow morning when we do a live tomorrow, we'll do breakfast. Let's see, what do I want to eat for breakfast? Because I make my own breakfast. Do you want to go make breakfast for me? Something like that. I have no one that makes breakfast for me. So maybe we'll do breakfast, pancakes. I don't know. Maybe we'll do breakfast tomorrow and watch, and watch as well the premiere of my LCC tour. I guess I'll call it a tour. I don't know if I should call it a tour. Exploration. My LCC exploration, looking for the Mona Monkey. All right. Thank you for watching. Oh my God, you've been here all day. Like, thank you. And I'm like, wait, is my lipstick looking good today? Because the last live that I did, my aunt was laughing at me because my lipstick was all blotchy. Trust me, I was struggling in that live. Like, I almost feel like I should even remove it from YouTube because I left it up because I was saying to myself, you know what? Progression, growth. Because I was struggling. I was sitting there like, like trying to figure out the buttons. I was like, you know, and then my and you know, whenever I'm trying to figure something out, my lower lip kind of does this thing like where it protrudes out, and I just didn't realize it. And I'm sitting there like, and I was watching myself, and I was like, oh Lord. Anyways, so yeah, maybe I keep that live. Maybe I won't. I don't know. It's still up for now. If you want to go laugh at me, go ahead, have fun, have at it. And if my lipstick is blotchy today or my lip gloss is blotchy today, have fun, have at it, make fun of me all you want. All right, y'all. So that's going to be it. See you on the next live tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Let's do this. And I will let you know if we're going to do the Saturday one for sure tomorrow. I'll let you know if we're going to do that tomorrow. I'm 50-50 on it because I wanted it to be like over a couple of hours. And I'm like, what am I going to do for a couple of hours? Like, it's going to be hard. If I can go outdoor, then I'll do it like a couple of hours, right? But I can just sit here. Maybe I'll cook breakfast. I don't know. Maybe I got to figure that out. Okay. So if I'm going to do anything over an hour, I need to figure out. So it's just not, I don't want to bore you and make you like, oh my God, that Tony, she just talks a lot. That's all she does, you know, just talks. All right. Peace out, yo. Oh, look. I'm smooth transition. Transaction. That too. It's smooth today. See you tomorrow. Bye.